Greetings, my subscribers. As in my newest subscribers, thank you all for coming. Now, for today, I'm going to demonstrate to you how I prepare my delicious ackee and saltfish with cooked food, and that would have been oats dumpling, yam, and pumpkin. Now, guys, this demonstration is worth while watching. I don't want to miss it, so stay tuned, and I'll be right back. For tuning in. Now here are some lovely ackee that I harvested today. You know, I even went ahead and picked them off cam. Alright, so let's keep on tuning and you'll see what I'm gonna do with these lovely ackees. Alright, so in the bowl here I have approximately 3 scoops of flour along with some oats. See, oats, right? Now this is something I know most of you probably have never seen before, but I'm gonna make some oats dumpling, right? So I'm gonna use my spoon to give the oats and the flour a mix, just to make sure that, you know, both dry ingredients are mixed properly. Now I know you guys know how to make dumplings and so forth, you know what I mean? But this is something new to most of you. Now this is something I've done before, but I know to most of you probably new to it. Alright, so it's already mixed. I'm gonna go ahead now and add some water in the middle of the bowl. Then I'm gonna use a spoon and pour the flour in the middle. Right, and then I'm just gonna mix. Now, as we said before, you know, when you're mixing flour, right, you wanna use a small amount of water. Then you mix, then you use a small amount again, because then guess what? You wanna keep a control on the amount of water that you use, because if you eventually use too much water, you may spoil the mixture. And you don't want to do that, right? So the best thing for you to do, you just add a little water, then you mix, then add a little more water, then you mix. That way, you have a better control, right? Like I said before, this is some oats dumpling I'm gonna be making. I'll be making some oats dumpling. Yes, man, for real. And don't be amazed by it. This is something I've done before, and believe you me, hey, it turned out just perfectly. Take it from me. It turned out just perfectly. Now remember that you have cornmeal dumpling, you have cassava dumpling, you know what I mean, and so forth, and the list goes on. But I know most of you probably never tried the oats dumpling before. You know, when I told somebody about the oats dumpling, they were like, oats dumpling? I was like, yeah. What do you mean, oats dumpling? I said, yeah. What do you expect? It works. And the person never expect that the oats dumpling is something that exists. So I shake my head and I said, yes, it does exist. Not because you never eaten it before. You know what I mean? Say that it exists. It does exist. Now, bear in mind, my hands are clean. See, because my hands have to be clean when I'm going to be cooking. You know what I mean? Has to be clean. So I'm going to go ahead now and just mix up the flour here in the bowl. One thing I can tell you, see, with the oats and the flour, it makes it a little soft. You have a soft feeling to it. The rest of the saltfish I go on boil. I soon add in the ackee. As soon as I finish, need the flour here. I'm going to add enough water to it. Just a little bit of water. You know, as I said before, you want to make sure you watch the amount of water you're adding to the mixture here, because you don't want to add too much water and then eventually spoil the mixture. You know, because it could have been a case where you only have limited amount of flour, right? Or limited amount of oats or cornmeal. So you have to eventually watch the water that you're pouring. Because you don't want thing for sure, and no, you don't want to have no regrets. Yeah, for real. I mean, hey, look, I'm not perfect, you know. I'm not perfect because it happens to me already where I spoil the mix already. Yeah, one time when my mother called me and said, "Come, son," because she called me Junior. You know, that's at home they call me Junior. So she said, "Come, Junior, come knead the flour." You know, so you know, to me can do it and thing one day. So it's like one day, you know, she called me and said, "Son, come knead the flour," right? Because we're gonna cook some. I think it was gonna be some brown stew chicken with the yam and dumpling and so forth. You know, and I went and I have the water, cornmeal, and everything ready, and I was there, and I eventually had too much water, you know, and I spoiled the mixture, and I got a cough. I got a cough, guys. I got a cough. A cough is when, you know, when you do something that you shouldn't have done, and then the result is that you get a hit in the head. So I got a hit in the head because she was saying to me, "You should know better because you don't want to add too much water and spoil the mixture." But then because I was so big-headed, you know, I just wanted to finish up and go back and attend to what I was doing earlier. You know, and you know, eventually she gave me some more flour in the container, and then we knead it, and then eventually turned out great. But the thing about that, I said before, the reason I tell the story is that, you know, don't add too much water in the mixture. Alright. Have to make sure it's kneaded properly, you know. Has to be kneaded properly. Alright, so there it is. So let's keep on tuning. I'm gonna now add the ackee within the pot with the water within the pot is almost come to a boil. So you know, I'm gonna make my dumplings now. So eventually what happens is I like to break my dough apart like this. You know what I mean? I like to break them up into nice size. And I have my water here beside me. I like to tap in my, you know, like when I'm making my dumplings, I like to tap a little water in the middle of my palm, right? That way, my dumplings, you know, it can be dry. All right, I'm gonna show you now, guys. This is what my dumplings look like. So the thing about it is when I break them apart like this, you see the moisture, it makes them start to get dry, right? So the thing is, I like to have my water right beside me. So normally what I'll do is just tap it, my hands in the water, tap in the middle of my palm here, then rub the dough. You know what I mean? So I get it more soft, and then I can just make my dumplings. But this is just my method. You know, as I said before, everybody do their thing differently, but this is just my method, right? My dumplings. So these are some oats dumplings, guys. Oats, yes, you heard correctly. Oats dumpling. For those who are just joining in, these are some oats dumpling I'm making. So it's a mixture of flour and oats. Right, just one piece more. Tap water. All right, so the ackee and saltfish are cooked. Let us half mark cover. So the ackee and saltfish and the other flame cooking while I'm attending to making the dumplings. So whenever we take a piece and it feels kind of small, but I'll just take another one and pinch piece off of it, and then I can just roll it. You know what I mean? You know, sometimes your judgment can be wrong. That's one more remaining. One more remaining after this. Alright, so this is the final one. And this one feels a little bit smaller. All right, I'm finished. So next on the agenda is the yam. So I'm gonna get the knife. When peeling yam, guys, you want to make sure that the yam do not touch your skin. Because if it touch your skin, it's going to scratch you. So try your utmost best to keep the yam away from your outer skin. I'm talking about like your hand back or so on. Keep it away from there because if you catch it, it's going to scratch you. Right. Okay, those are in. Now this is the tail. I don't need this piece. Alright, so dumpling and yam in the pot. I got the pumpkin, but pumpkin is soft, right? So I'm not gonna put the pumpkin in yet, right? Because I don't want the pumpkin to mash out. Because pumpkin is a cook. So what I'm gonna do is to allow the dumpling and the yam to cook to a certain level, and then I'll just add in the pumpkin. So let's keep on showing. Alright, so the food pot has now come to a boil, so I'm going to give it a good stir just to ensure that there's nothing sticking to the bottom. Alright, as it seems, it's okay. Alright, I'm going to cover the pot and allow it to continue to cook. Now, bear in mind, guys, do not cover the pot entirely, because if you do, the water is going to boil over. You don't want that. So there's kind of quarter mass the pot cover. That way, some of the heat will come out. You know what I mean? Because if you pot cover tightly, what's going to happen? You're going to have the water boil over the stove. I don't want that, right? Alright, so let's keep on chewing while I check on the ackee and the saltfish. Alright, so here I have some saltfish that I put to soak to reduce the salt from out of it. Right, and it's been soaking for the past 2 hours now. Right, so I'm going to now put it in the pot, right, and let it cook. Now the thing is, guys, is that you see, knowing me, I like to, when I'm making my saltfish fritters, right? I don't boil the saltfish. What I'm gonna do is just to soak it. Once we soak it, then we clean up it, and then we just scrape off the scale from off it. Scrape off the scale, and then I'm good to go. Then we can just break up it easily. It's gonna be soft. You know what I mean? And from there, so I'm good to go. But if you wanna boil your saltfish, it's okay. You know what I mean? Because some people who are diabetic can't do too much salt. You know what I mean? So if so be the case, if you wanna boil your saltfish, you can go ahead and boil it. But as for me, I can just soak it and it's good to go. Alright, so the saltfish is in the pot, and I have some ackee here that I harvest today. Ackee kind of short, so I have to eventually check out a few trees in the neighborhood. You know what I mean? So I have some ackees here that I already went there and pick. And as soon as the saltfish reach halfway through the cooking process, I'm gonna add it in the pot with the saltfish and allow both of them to cook together. Alright, that way the ackee will get the flavor from the saltfish. So just keep on tuning. Alright guys, as you can see, saltfish in a pot of bubble. You know what I mean? So as I said before, I'm gonna cook it halfway through before I add the ackee to it. Alright, so let's keep on tuning. You know it got ready? Yeah. Some ackee and saltfish. You know, and oats dumpling. Oats dumpling, yes, you heard correctly. Oats dumpling, pumpkin and yam. You get that? Alright, so I'm gonna remove the cover. Place it aside, and then I'm gonna go ahead now and add the ackee. Alright, so the ackee is now in the pot. Cover it and hit go and cook. So guys, the saltfish carries salt, right? I don't need to add no salt to it. And if you notice, me boiling the ackee and the saltfish together. I just say sake. I boil it. If you notice, I'm boiling the ackee and the saltfish together, right? Yeah. So the ackee is gonna get the flavor from the saltfish. All right. So let's keep on tuning. Okay, the saltfish is cooking. I'm gonna cut the scotch bonnet pepper here and put inside of it. And the reason for this is because I needed to have a nice flavor, right? So they cut the scotch bonnet pepper and place it in there and allow it to cook with the ackee and saltfish. It's gonna give it a nice flavor. Now I have my containers ready. And the containers are for the saltfish. You know, as soon as it cook, then I'm gonna remove it from the pot and put it in the pudding pan, or should I say the bowl that is here on the counter with some water to cool it down, and then I'm gonna clean it up and then pick up it. All right, so let's keep on tuning. You know, I'm going to check on the food pot. That's what's going on. Alright, so I'm going to now remove the saltfish from the pot. I'm going to turn the flame off. Alright, so the ackee and saltfish is now cooked. So I'm just going to remove the saltfish from the pot here and place it in the bowl right next to me. Now, within the bowl is some water, so you know I'm cooling down the saltfish, right? Because I'm going to scale it and pick it up. Alright? So just keep on tuning and I'll show you and how I get it. Alright, so the saltfish is now cooled down. So I'm just gonna use my knife and just remove the scales here. Right? Let's pull this off, remove the scales, wash it off. Now the scales are easy to remove. There's nothing to it. So after removing the scales, I'm gonna break up the saltfish into reasonable pieces. Not too big. No, not too big. So I'm just breaking them up into some nice pieces. bear in mind bones are in the saltfish. So unlike me now, I'm just removing the bones. I know exactly where the bones are, so I'm just removing the bones now. You understand me? Alright, now this part here has some bones in it. Just take them out. Piece here. Just remove that. And just break it apart. Alright, I'm almost finished. There's a big bone here. Alright. Take this bone off. Then this can break in 2 pieces. And the bones are here, so I'm just picking them out. More bones. Yeah, you have to make sure that you get all the bones, because if there's one thing I can tell you is that it's not a good feeling having a bone stuck in your throat. Trust me. If you do, you have to find a nearest doctor, or else me I tell you, dog never supper. When I say dog never supper, I'm saying that you could die. Yeah, you could die. So you basically get all the bones out of the saltfish. That way, it's better for you. Alright, let me just wash off my hands. Alright, so what I'm gonna do next is to get all my seasonings. So just keep on tuning. You know what I mean? Now I'll be right back. Here I have some seasonings on the cutting board. So I have sweet pepper, scotch bonnet pepper, scallion, tomato, onion, and garlic. Alright. The time was finished. So there's no time to use. Alright, so here's a saltfish that I already wash off, pick up on everything. See there? So it's already ready. So what I'm gonna do now is to light the flame in the pot. Wait for the oil. I'm gonna pour some oil into the pot, but then I'm gonna wait until it gets hot first, then pour some oil in. That's the thing set to know. You know what I mean? It's been a while since I've been eating Ackee and saltfish, and for some reason I had the urge to eat some Ackee and saltfish. So I say, you know what? Let me go check those 3 that I know. You know what I mean? So it's a mixture of Ackees I have. I get from 3 different trees. 3 different trees. You know what I mean? So, and I checked them, so they were all alright. Okay, sometimes the Ackee depends on how straight it is. Sometimes they kind of have a different taste. You know what I mean? But it's alright. You know what I mean? Alright, so the food a bubble. You know what I mean? We already put in the pumpkin, because as I said before, the pumpkin could not have going same time with the yam, because the pumpkin is easy to cook. You know what I mean? So, you know, so after a while, if you put in it too early, what gonna happen is that it's going to cook because it's a mash out. So that's why the pumpkin never go in same time with the yam. You know what I mean? So that's just how it is. Alright, so I'm gonna pour some oil now within the pot before me. You know, so when you're gonna fry up your seasonings, it requires oil. So I'm gonna fry up my saltfish along with my seasonings. So let's keep on to oil. It's now hot, so I'm gonna add my seasonings into the pot. Give it a stir. So I'm gonna let it season for up to at least a few minutes. Then I'm going to add in the saltfish. I'm now gonna add in the saltfish. I'm gonna sprinkle some black pepper in it. I'm gonna allow it to cook up for a few minutes before I add the ackee to it. So just keep on tuning. Alright, so I'm going to now add in the ackee. Give it a stir. Add in the ackee now. So this way, it avoids me from breaking up the ackees. You know what I mean? So I'm just use a spoon, go in and turn and lift. You know what I mean? Let me give it a shake like so. Then I'm gonna sprinkle some more black pepper. sprinkle some more black pepper. Alright, so that should be about it. So I'm gonna cover and allow it to continue to cook for the next, say, 3 to 4 minutes. Alright, so the food is almost finished cook. Almost. So I'm gonna give it at least the next 2 minutes. Now I'm gonna check the pumpkin now and know. Okay. Can you see the thing is, guys, I like to check. Even though we have a timing, I like to check. As it seems, I'm gonna give it 2 more minutes and turn the flame off. Alright, so while I'm giving this 2 to 3 more minutes, the ackee is taking its own time and go bubble. You know what I mean? So I'm giving that 5 more minutes. That's the ackee and saltfish, giving it 5 minutes. You know, and then after that I'm gonna turn the flame off. So let's keep on tuning, guys. Do you smell what I'm cooking? I'm cooking one of Jamaican's favorite dish, ackee and saltfish. And I tell you, guys, the aroma is kicking so bad. I cannot wait until I'm finished cooking. Do you want to try some? Do you want to try some? Guys, it's always a pleasure to share with you what I prepare in my kitchen. So please remember to thumbs up the video, leave a valuable comment, share me out, subscribe to my channel and hit that post notification bell and allow it to be on all. That way you'll be the first person to be notified when I drop a new video. Thank you for watching.